Hey, it's Risa G coming in from her cluttered kitchen. And today I have an unboxing for you. I haven't done an unboxing in forever. Well, just a little teeny backstory. If you don't want to hear the backstory and you just want to go to the unboxing, just forward the video. I'm not sure if I'm going to have any timestamps in my notes, but if there are timestamps in the notes, then you can just click on that and go to the unboxing. Okay, anyway, so just a very short backstory. Okay, as people know from talking to me, watching my videos, I usually have an Instant Pot back there that I use several times a week. But in the last month or so, I've been having issues between that and the air fryer. All right, so 7 months ago, I bought a new air fryer, a Gourmet 8-quart. It was on sale at Costco for $40. I figured, what the hell, the 7-quart I have is wonderful. I love it, but I want something a little bit bigger, but I don't want a 10-quart like the one I had, the Brio, New Wave Brio that I had years ago. I didn't want one that big. I wanted a little bit more size so I could fit more chicken wings, which I like to cook in the air fryer. So I bought it. It was wonderful. I loved it. And then last month, I went to make some, like 2 weeks ago, I went to make some bacon. I put the bacon in. I started cooking it. I went to pull out the drawer and the glass part of it fell out. I was like, great. I flipped to the bacon. I put the glass part back in. It wasn't glass, it was plastic, but they call it glass. All right, I put the glass in. I put it back in. I finished cooking it. I go to pull it out. The whole drawer fell apart. So we threw it out, and I said, let's go to Walmart before work and I'll get a new one. So I thought I would get an Instant Pot, but I went and I didn't like, because all the ones they had were too small. I wanted 7, 8 quarts. I didn't want anything less than a 7-quart. I didn't want anything as big as a 10-quart. So I wanted an 8-quart if I could find it, but if they didn't have any, I'd get a 7. Well, I went, and everything they had was 4-quart, 6-quart, 5-quart, 3-quart, all very small. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do. So I kept looking at the boxes, and I found this Hamilton Beach. Okay, this baby right here. All right, and so I decided to buy it because it was stainless steel inside. I figured that's an upgrade from all the plastic. It'll be much healthier. I won't have to deal with plastics. And it's metal inside, and it's got very few pieces, and it's got very few settings. Great, fine, that'll do. I went to cook some chicken nuggets in it for the first time. I washed out everything inside, excuse me, and I went to cook chicken nuggets. And chicken nuggets literally took 45 minutes, and they weren't even crispy. It wasn't chicken nuggets, it was French fries. They weren't even crispy. The Gourmet made them in 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, and you flipped them halfway, and they were crispy and crunchy. It was delicious. So I looked at the paper that came with it. That's all that came with it, was like a little, like, not even a booklet, like a pamphlet. And it said on it, if you're using the air fryer setting, that it's going to be slower. It's going to take more time to cook things. I'm like, what the heck is this sense of an air fryer that doesn't cook quickly? That's ridiculous. But then I started playing around with it, and I started playing around with other settings, and some of the other settings are wonderful. So would I give it a 10 for the whole thing? No. I will be doing a review on it, but Air fryer is a 2. But the convection bake, the broil, and the toaster oven part of it are like between an 8 and a 9. They're all wonderful settings. So I'm going to keep it, but I'm not going to use it as an air fryer. So that leaves me with no air fryer, right? Then come to this week where I was having issues with the Instant Pot Pro that Steve bought me for my birthday a year or so ago. When I first started using it, I loved it. I loved all the upgrades. I got used to all the upgrades. I was playing around with it. I was having fun with it. I was cooking in it every day. And about a month or so in, maybe 2 months in, I started having power issues. Power issues. Great. It would turn off the power in the plug. So Steve said it had nothing to do with the switches down in the basement. So we have the kind with a button and you just press it and the thing comes back on. So he pressed the button and it came back on. I went, that's weird. All right, I tried cooking in it again. It did the same thing. Then we decided maybe it's just that plug because we were having problems with that plug. So I switched it to the other side. Over there, same thing. I was like, okay, that's it. So we had the switches fixed. We had the plugs fixed. We had them replaced. We had an electrician come in, fixed them. Did it again. Same thing happened. I went, oh, gosh. Well, okay, you know what? I'm just going to use my other machines for a while. And I did. For at least a year, I've been using either my Nova or my SV. And they were working beautifully until about 2 months ago when I started having steam problems with them. And I cleaned out the insides, I switched out the sealing rings, I did everything you could possibly do to fix the issue. And it didn't fix the issue. I was still having problems with it. I would turn it on, it would come to pressure, the pin would pop up, and it would cook, and then, but it wouldn't stop making the steam noise, which is supposed to stop when the pressure comes up, right? When the pin comes up, it was still doing it. And not only that, but it was finishing cooking, but when it finished cooking, it wouldn't turn off. And the keep warm wouldn't come on. So everything was overcooking. So I decided, let's see, maybe it was just a weird, freaky thing with the other one. Let's put it back in, I'll use it and see what happens. I used the Pro for a good month or so until yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before. And I started having that problem again with the pressure and the power. So I said to Steve, on my day off, we're going to Walmart, I'm getting a new, I don't care if it's Instant Pot, I'll even get something else. Then I realized something also, that all the other machines were over 1,000 watts. All of them. They were all 1,200, 1,400, all the newer ones. And those other ones that were working fine until recently were all 1,000 watts. I said, well, maybe our power just can't handle 1,400 watts. Maybe. Because I also had a microwave oven that blew out a few years ago. The one that we had when we came into this house. When we moved in here in 2000, we had a 1,450 watt microwave oven put in. And it lasted for a good few years, and then all of a sudden it also had problems with the power. So maybe this house just can't handle 1450 watts. So this one that I got, all right, this one is 1,000 watts. I looked it up on the internet and it's 1,000 watts. So anyway, so we're gonna go with the Ninja Foodi, Foodi, 10-in-1. It is a crisper. It's an air fryer and a pressure cooker. So anyway, so let's see what it says on the inside. First time pressure cooking? Oh gosh, no. No, it's not my first time. Try this water test to practice with pressure. Oh, they just want you to practice. I know how to do it. All right, so you got to put some water in. You got to lock the lid. You got to turn the valve to seal. You got to push the pressure, select high, and set it for 2 minutes and press start. And then when it's done, it's gonna preheat and it's gonna build pressure and it's gonna count down and it's gonna open. You're gonna open it, right? The valve. You'll turn the valve to vent and it'll open. Okay. This also comes with a cooking pot. It comes with a insert for putting a pot on, I guess, for doing pot-in-pot cooking. Crisper pan for the air fryer. A dehydrating rack for dehydrating. Oh, these are the other accessories that you can get. This is what this is. You can get these for the machine. I've got loaf pan. I've got extra multi-purpose pans. I've got inserts. I've got all these kind of things anyway, because I've been pressure cooking since 2016 and I've been air frying since 2018. So anyway, so let's open this up, my Foodi, and let's see what we got. Let's see what it's like. I can't wait, and I'm gonna move it. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, this is one of the lids. Okay. All right, this is one of the lids. Okay. Okay, that is the pressure cooker lid. Okay. Okay. So of course I already looked at the booklet. Just have to take that off. This is already, the sealing ring is already in. That's dandy. Okay. So that's one down. I'm gonna put it to the side over here. Okay. And then we got the machine. Okay. So all right, it's got handles. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's get the bag off. Alright, let's get the bag off. Alright, got the bag. Alright, and then this is the air crisp lid, which comes up. Okay. Alright, there's this is for pot-in-pot cooking, I guess. There's my air crisp. That's for the air fryer. And then that's the cooking pot, which is all ceramic inside, which is very nice. Okay. Okay. So. Alright, let's put all the garbage in the box right now. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna take the tape off this back piece, which is the little cup for the evaporation of the liquid. Okay, and I'm gonna bring it over there where you see the open spot. All right, it's got handles, that's nice. All right, I was afraid it wasn't gonna be able to. All right, so I'm gonna have to, if I wanna open it, I'm gonna have to do like I did with the Instant Pot and do it like that. Okay. So, all right. Okay. Yeah, well, can't see as well, but okay, we've got the pressure cooker button, a steam button, a slow cook yogurt button, air crisp, bacon roast, broil, keep warm. That's timer up and down. That's temperature up and down. That is the pressure cook button, I guess. And that's the air fryer. Let's look at the book. Why don't we look at the book? Or the Get to Know Your Foodie. Okay. All right, so push pressure. All right, if we're going to do the steam test, we're going to do pressure. I'm going to select high and set the timer to 2 minutes. Press start stop. All right, there. And then it'll say preheat. And the steam will release as it's building. When pressurized countdown will begin. And when your Foodi beeps, turn the valve to, all right, so I am going to, all right, so, all right, so, it says to lock to go this way. I don't know why doesn't it want to do it? Okay, I figured out the problem with the lid. Hey! The sealing ring was not in all the way. So now, there you go. Okay, so pressure. All right. Oh, I unplugged it. Okay. All right, now the thing isn't working. The plug isn't working again. The plug isn't working again. The plug isn't working. All right. I thought that the start stop was the thing that opened. But no, you have to press this first. Who knew? Who knew you had to press that first? All right, then you press pressure cook. Okay, so you got to turn off the whole thing. All right, so I'm going to wash this baby up. And we're going to get moving on the pressure cook. We're going to try the steam thing. And then I am going to try making some hard-boiled eggs in this baby. Okay, so I put 3 cups of water in it. It's all ceramic inside, very nice. Okay. Put 3 cups of water in. Now you put on the lid. You turn it on. Hey, Foodi. Hello. You press pressure, high, and then 2 minutes. All right. Start, stop. It's going to preheat. It's going to come up. It's going to cook for 2 minutes, and then it's going to turn off. And then I will release the pressure. Okay? We'll be back when that happens. Okay, look at that. It's preheating, and the pin has come up. So that's a good sign. You can't see the pin, but the pin came up. The pin came on. Oh, see, the pin came up. All right. Pin came up. Okay. That means it's working. Okay. It just went bloop bloop, and it's on the keep warm setting. So I'm going to turn that. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to move the. All right. I'm going to do what I had to do with my other one, my Instant Pot, and I'm going to move it over here and open the steam without hurting myself. All right, open. All right, open. Well, I want it open. Let's use something to poke it. Why don't we do that? So that way we're not hurting ourselves. Pressure. All right, that works. All right, next thing we're going to do is try making hard-boiled eggs. Now, I have one of my egg rivets here, and I'm going to put, as you can see, I put eggs in my egg trivet. Okay. When this opens, I'm going to remove some of the water. I don't think we need 3 cups of water to steam 5 eggs, okay? I'm going to set it for 4 minutes like I used to do with the Instant Pot. I used to set it for 4 minutes. Take off the keep warm. I don't need the keep warm. All right, so I'm going to press pressure, right? Then I'm going to put it on high, and I'm going to put it on 4 minutes. So I got to press the upper and then the down. Okay, so, all right, the pin went down. So let's, all right. It's excellent. Okay, so I'm going to remove the water. I'll be back in a minute to pour out. Just going to pour out about half that water. I'm going to put it back in. Okay, I'm going to put my egg trivet carefully so I don't burn myself. Okay, since that's still hot. Okay, I'm going to set it temp high. All right, pressure cook. All right, we're going to press pressure cook high, and then I'm going to put it for 4 minutes. Okay. All right, I'm going to put the lid in. All right, first of all, I'm going to put that on seal. All right, what's going on here? Did this lift up again? And see, before it lifted up. All right. I think it's just, it's still hot. Okay. So the lid is on. Pressure cook, 4 minutes. Start. All right. Again, it's going to preheat. And it's going to come up. And then I'll set it for 4 minutes. Then I'm going to set a timer. Once I open it, no, once it's finished, I'm gonna, yes, once it's finished cooking, I'm gonna set the timer on my microwave oven for 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna put it in ice for 5 minutes. I'll open it, I'll put them in ice for 5 minutes. And we'll be back. Okay, so as you can see, it says it's counting up. Once it gets to 4, I'm going to open this thing and get the eggs out and put them in ice. And at the end of this video, I will show you a shot of the actual eggs and how I opened them and, you know, that they were cooked. All right, there we go. All right, and all right, now I'm gonna very carefully there we go. A great use for a cake, a pie server. Anyway, so all right, we're going. I'm gonna put them in ice, and off camera I will test out the eggs, and at the end I'll show you a photo of what they look like. In a minute I will give you my initial thoughts on the Foodi 10-in-1 Ninja Air Crisp. Alright, and my next video with this will be learning how to use the air fryer part. Okay, all right, open it up carefully so it doesn't drip. All right, okay. Now I'm gonna pour water into a bowl of ice. All right. Bowl of ice. I'm taking my trusty tongs. All right, there we go. Hard-boiled eggs. They sound pretty cooked to me. All right, and then I'm going to turn it off. Boom. Bye. Bye. All right, and I'm just going to push it under for right now. And dry off the counter. Okay. Anyway, here you go. My hard-boiled eggs. Well, actually, let's see. Give it a minute or so. And, okay. And for the next week or so, I will make some more videos, doing some other things. Okay, I'm gonna crack one open. Let's see. I can try it off. All right, let's crack it open and see. All right. Wow. Woo. Okay, very. Now see, I like. This is what I do when I peel a hard-boiled egg. Right, I put my finger in the crack because it holds down the shell. All right, and then oh, it's peeling excessively easily. Boy, that whole thing came off with no problem. All right, let's pick up this little piece. Okay, now All right, using my cake thing, it has a serrated edge on pie. Let's see. Oh, all right. Well, these are not pasture raised, you can see. All right, but they're done. Hey, hey. Anyway, so there you go. My initial lessons in how to use the iFoodi, the Foodi, Foodi, 10-in-1 Ninja air fryer and pressure cooker. Woohoo! Yeah, it's been quite a day off. Because originally I told Steve, we're just going to stay home. I got a lot to do in the kitchen. I got to do this. I got to do that. And then I woke up this morning and I said to him, we're going to Walmart. And he said, I thought you were staying home. And I said, nope. I said, I got to go get a pressure cooker. I have to. Yeah, I could have ordered one from Amazon and I would have gotten it probably tomorrow. But I paid $159 for this, which is probably what I probably paid. Now, actually, you know what I paid for my first Instant Pot Duo 6-quart? The first one I ever bought in 2016, I paid $79 on a Black Friday deal. So I paid $79. And the last time I think Steve paid $150 for the Pro on sale on Amazon. I told him I looked at all the Foodi models on Amazon and they wanted somewhere between $50 and $80 more for each one. And I said $159, you know what? If it lasts as long as the Ninja wood fire grill, it'll be worth every penny. Because I've had that thing 2.5 years now. And I've never had a problem with it. It was very easy to learn how to use. It does a fabulous job. And I can even grill in the winter. Even though I plug it in to use it, I pop the window open, I throw the plug, I put it on an extension cord, an indoor-outdoor cord. I plug it in, I close the window as much as I can. I turn it on a nicer evening in the winter when it's not raining or snowing. And I can grill and I can smoke. I can air fry, I can dehydrate. It's fabulous. I love it. So if I'm as happy with this, as I'm happy with that, you will see a very happy person. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed watching me flub and screw up along the way, learning how initial use of this Ninja Foodi 10-in-1 pressure cooker / air fryer, and there will be more videos of me learning how to use it, showing you all kinds of things I'm doing with it. But there you go. The steam setting worked, and it cooked my hard-boiled eggs to perfection. So I'm a happy camper. I've got hard-boiled eggs for tomorrow. Off camera, I will be making rice in it. I'm going to make pizza rice because I need some for this week anyway, so I'm going to prep some. And I'm going to air fry some chicken nuggets and test out the air fryer on it and learn how to use that a little bit. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed watching me flub around, and hopefully, and I'll be back much quicker than a few months, I promise. And anyway, so that's Risa from her Clutter Kitchen saying bye. See you soon.